Okay, sorry, let's figure this out. Not gonna work. Technology! Ah. Mm. Crap, I have no phone. Don't lie, I have no sound. Let me check my mic. Welcome um, to the Nourish Your Soul. Oh, wait a second. I'm still, how did I mute myself? This is really the Nourish Your Soul coffee hour tonight. So I am hoping that you are happy to be here. I am so for inviting me on. And so I'm going to talk about layered wellness. And in that conversation, I want to say how the Food Healing Oracle deck have incorporated that into my own practices. And the first thing I'd like to invite you to do is to look at this card, which is the purity card, water. So if you do not have a glass of water, I hope that you would get one because we'll be doing a few things, and I like to offer people the opportunity to take a sip of water in between because water is essential and it helps everything flow through our bodies and gets that electrical system going. So I do a couple of things. One is tapping, EFT, where you tap on pressure points of the body, and it helps to balance the body and bring us to a state of calm, helps us to release things, and um, helps us to release things and let it go. So hold on. I'm getting a guest phone call from Savante. Hello. Can you hear me? I can. And we couldn't hear you at first, but then we could hear you, but then it went away again. Can you hear me now? I see that I have people on and okay. Yeah, if you see their comments, they're saying they can hear you. Okay. Then I'm going to hang up from my guest Savante here and I'm going to get back to you all. Okay. She's just making sure that we are really on track. She's wonderful support and friend. Bless you, Savante. So water is essential. And when we drink water, I want us to be mindful. So if you have water, take a sip together. If you don't, imagine that you are doing it because our thoughts are incredibly powerful and you're going to allow this flow. So take a sip of water. And when you swallow it, I want you to imagine it going through your body, all the way through, encompassing your entire innards. And imagine it flowing even through your circulatory system so that you get that feeling, that flow of energy. And I was trying to explain, I do a few things. My number one tools that I keep in my toolbox our tapping, which is EFT, emotional freedom technique, a matter of tapping on acupressure points of the body to release. I do Reiki, which is a healing energy. I have a beautiful meditation, Healing Hands, which you can check out on my website. And I do essential oils. And I've done a few classes with Savante and the Food Healing Oracle deck. And I wanted to bring that in tonight. So if you are new to the Food Healing Oracle deck, I'll be holding up the cards so you can kind of see, but you can also find a link for that on my website. And I use essential oils. And essential oils are amazing because by simply smelling them, they go immediately up through your olfactory system, fancy word for nose, and into your blood system. They are one of the few things on earth that can actually cross the blood-brain barrier and affect your brain. Your thoughts, your feelings can access memories, and that's why they're so incredibly powerful. So the first card and oil I actually wanted to merge tonight is the Awakening card. It is parsley, and we can do it in two ways. I have Awaken oil, which we can smell, and also the neat thing about these essential oils is Young Living makes oils that are ingestible. And so we've done some, you can cook with these oils as well. And so I want you to just think about parsley. We're going to use our imagination and we're going to think about parsley and imagine the color of it, the green. Let me find my camera, the green. And if the taste of parsley, and just use your imagination to feel that. And the word awaken. And so we're going to I'm going to tap right here on my chest and I'm going to say, even though I've had a rough start to this broadcast, I choose to awaken my inner knowing that everything I need to convey will be transferred. And you can change these words for yourself, for whatever you want to awaken within you. That is the beauty of the oils and the cards musing together, merging together. That is the beauty of tapping, is that just that intention itself calms our body. And I see Joanna has popped on. Thank you, Joanna. I absolutely adore that you are here. And a big part of my learning experience, along with Savante and the Food Healing Oracle deck, and in being encouraged to merge my practices together. And the next one that I want to speak about is rosemary. Who cannot imagine the smell of rosemary? Rosemary is an incredibly powerful oil. I have done a rosemary meditation on remembrance. I'm acting like we have smell-o-vision. When I was a child, I had rosemary bushes growing outside of our basement door, and every day we used that door to leave the house, and I would rub my hands against that rosemary and just inhale it. And so it has a wonderful memory for me. Rosemary is a deep remembrance card. And I invite you to just take a second, close your eyes. If you want to put your hand on your chest, and I'd like you to remember one amazing moment in your life, one moment where you felt proud of yourself or you felt absolutely celebrational. And just hold that in your heart for a moment. And feel that joy, that remembering, that connection to that memory. And allow it just to flow through you. Allow that celebration, that pride, that absolute love to flow in you and through you just for a moment. Just this moment. And breathe it in and hold on to it. And then breathe it out and breathe that love and joy out right through your mouth, right into the room where you are. And take a sip of water so that you can anchor in that feeling of enjoyment, of remembering someone you loved or something that was good that happened to you. And like when I remember the smell of rosemary, I remember that feeling of safety, of home. And so that is a really sacred smell for me. It's also celebrational. Many people use rosemary, especially over Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving has so many great inferences to being thankful and loving life and enjoyment and family. So rosemary is a really wonderful card. And there's some new cards, and one of them, if you're familiar with the first deck, wonderful deck. If you haven't got the second deck yet, I truly, truly highly encourage it. And this one is Hemp, Envision. And at Young Living, we have hemp CBD oil, pure, and it is a full spectrum oil because they have added essential oils to it. And this one happens to be cinnamon. And cinnamon is longevity. So think of that. Envision longevity. So when you are using or eating or ingesting, and you concentrate on these frequencies, the frequency of envisioning, creating from a place where we know we're going to dive into new possibilities. I absolutely know that we are in the right place at the right time, all of us together here, that by us working together, we are going to be able to change the frequency of this world. And we are going to raise the frequencies, and we are going to envision the light and the love and the service that we came here to be. And I know that wellness is so important to me. That's why I talk about layered wellness so many times, because it's not just the one thing that we do. It's not just that we drink water. It's not just that we meditate. It's not just that we eat well. It's the combination of things. It's the merging of all these different things that strengthen us and anchor us and ground us so that we can reach up and out of ourselves. When we strengthen ourselves physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, that is what keeps us alive and vibrant and able to serve and be of service. And that cinnamon, that longevity, is what we all want. And the more that we pull in the good things, the more that we can be present for ourselves and start to manifest our own dreams, our own hopes, and expand our community, then that will ripple out into the world. And one of the other cards that I thought was just so incredible and so beautiful today is Inspiration. Inspiration, red bell pepper. I love red bell pepper paste. I love roasting my own red bell peppers, adding them to stir fries, all these different things. And when we're cooking, we can be, you ever hear that saying, oh, my grandmother cooked with love? Um, it's been a journey for me because cooking has not always been my favorite thing. Eating is my favorite thing, but especially since I've added in the last 2 years, the Food Healing Oracle deck, the idea of cooking and preparing food has switched for me. It's gone from, oh, okay, we got to eat. And I've always eaten well, but I've really eaten like an economy in an economic fashion of like, I'm going to put all the nutrients in one bowl. I have one thing to wash. It's in, I'm done. And now I'm thinking, oh my word. Okay, let me chop up some inspiration. Let me throw in a little bit of remembrance. Let me put a little bit of awakening in my soup or my egg or my whatever you're choosing to eat. And it just shifts completely your idea around the meal that you create. And it does bring back that frequency of love and of nourishing ourselves. And just, is this show not just the exact right name, Nourish Your Soul show? Because it really is about that. Because when we nourish our soul, we are capable of so much more, because we're giving ourselves what we need. And I'm going to breathe it in for you, unless you happen to have it. I should have put a list of the oils that I was going to use for those of you who I know are my Young Living buddies, teams, co-enjoyers. But breathing in that inspiration really changes you on a cellular level. That is what I so love about the oils, is because when they get in your body, they get in your cells, and they are nourishing your cells immediately. Food we take in, we see it, it nourishes us through our sight, through our taste, but it does have to go through the digestive system before it totally nourishes your body on all the levels that are possible. Where the oils, within seconds, they are in and working in your body. And I absolutely am an advocate of using the purest oils because, and I'm going to suggest that for the food as well. Whatever you put in your body, try as much as you can to make it the purest source possible, because that reflects, and it's like if you're eating crap, or using things that are not 100% pure therapeutic grade in and on your body, those poisons stack, and you're fighting against yourself to be the best possible you can be. So Young Living has a seed to seal guarantee. If there is anybody that's talking more, please go hop on my website. I have a calendar over there, and I would be happy to chat with you. But also to know that when you get things like the oils or these amazing deck, is this not beautiful? The deck comes with this amazing book. So you don't have to think, oh, well, it says envision, or it says awaken, or it says remembrance, or it says inspiration, because you can simply look it up in the book. And for instance, I'm going to just pick up, well, it came to rosemary. And I'm going to read it to you because you may not have the book handy, but rosemary comes in to remind you of what you may have forgotten. You are a divine child of the Creator. Is that not something worth remembering? Do you realize how powerful you are? Perhaps you need to remember all of the struggles that you and your ancestors have overcome. So just take a moment and sit in that for one moment. And think about everything you have overcome to be sitting where you're sitting today. To be able to hear the words that I'm speaking and understand them in your own life. So that is a beautiful thing, to have words that have been channeled through Joanna and Lainey together. And then it gives practical gifts. So not just a spiritual aspect, but the practical gifts of what rosemary gives you. It is a powerful antioxidant and gives a big boost to the immune system. Hey, who could not use a big boost to the immune system? I think all of us can. It's also a cognitive stimulant. So that smelling of that rosemary when I was a child, no wonder I remember it. And I would do it every day. And I have now the rosemary oil. I can put it in my diffuser. If you have kids and you want them to study, great thing to put in there would be rosemary oil. Put it in the diffuser. Diffusers don't have to be big or bulky either. I have a handy little, is this not the coolest thing? It is a, well, there we go, a little hand diffuser. I can take it with me. I can be somewhere and just breathe in that magic aroma, and immediately it is going to go through my system and it is going to help me physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually find balance, find calm or upliftment, whichever oils we're using. And it is a wonderful thing. And if you get the oils, you're not alone. There are wonderful reference books. Everyone who I have ever turned on to oils, they get this reference book that gives you the practical gifts, the spiritual gifts, the history of where it came from and how it was used. And so I highly recommend that you look into both of these things and just find that space to, oh, thank you. Love that book. Oh, great. Which card, Tony? Which is your favorite card? And in fact, Tony, when you put up your favorite card, I'm going to do a little tapping around it if you can. If you can put it in the chat, that would be great. Because I think it would be wonderful to have that experiential of adding in all the modalities together. And probably put you on the spot. Sorry. Anybody have a favorite card? Inspiration, purity, remembrance, awaken, or envision? I'll just give it a second. And don't tune out, because I've got some exciting announcements to make. Ah, the rosemary card. Oh, awaken card. Ah, I think we can combine them. Okay. And I will say this. Let's just take a deep breath together. I like to do what I call the 5-finger breath because it's so simple. I love it because it keeps us all together. But also, if you know kids, it's a great way to teach them to come back to themselves and to catch their breath if they are excited or overstimulated. So if you just put up your hand, and I like to breathe in, and remember this, while we're working, my words may not be the exact words that you might want to use. And so always go with your own intuition. And hi, Tamara, you're right on time. We're going to do a meditation. And I love you. Thank you for popping on. So let's do the breath, and we'll do it together. So I like to breathe up for 7. I like to hold for 10 and breathe out for 7. But you do what's comfortable for you. If it's too much, too little, always adjust so that you are in the space you need to be in to get the healing that you need, or to get the intuition that you need from the experience. Okay. So together, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold 9, 10, and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In, out. In, out. In, out. And then if you would like, you can keep your eyes open or closed. You can have your hands on your lap or over your heart or wherever you feel led. And so I will start with awaken. And then we'll move to remembrance. So we have just awakened our breath. And with that, I invite you to call in a beautiful white light from into your crown chakra, and feel that light shine and fill your entire head as you awaken your brain, your pituitary, your hypothalamus, as you awaken the emotions that you have come here today to experience. Awaken that which you want to heal or to enhance. And while we're doing this, I'm going to gently tap on my chest. You can do as you're led. I awaken my soul to be fully enlivened with the breath of life that I am breathing in. Breathe in. I awaken my soul to be fully enlivened with the breath that I breathe in and out. I awaken my soul and allow my soul to shine in me and through me. I see it. And whether it is a flicker or it is encompassing your entire body, just keep your focus on that. I awaken my soul and see it fill every aspect of my being. My soul kisses my cells and allows them to work at their highest potential. And I radiate that out through every pore of my body. I am awakened, and I am meant to remember who I am. As I tap, and as I tap with all who are listening, all who are present, both here and those who may watch later, I invite you to remember who you are. You are a divine and infinite being. You are a child of the universe. You are infinite. You are amazing. I remember who I am. I am the I am. The I am presence of the divine lives in me. And every moment that I consciously remember this, I strengthen that connection that keeps me inspired to be and grow into that next level of greatness, that next level of healing, that next level of loving myself more, so that I can give that love out into the world. And in this moment, I acknowledge myself for doing this work, for being here now. And I encourage myself to stay in this state as long as possible, even when this recording is over, and to know that I can simply remember these words. I can simply remember to put my hand on my heart. I can simply remember to bring in that light consciously. That light is always there and always streaming. And I allow myself to remember that and not to dim my light with what is going on in the world, but rather to brighten my light, to turn it up, to step up and into a greater remembering of why my soul chose to come to earth at this time. And I remember looking back at all the experiences in my life that brought me to this moment, and I thank them for allowing me to experience them, because they have gifted me with the power to be who I am in the fullness of divine self, God, glory, whatever you want to name that immense power that is beyond our understanding on a human level, but it is in our understanding on this level that we are connecting now, soul to soul, light to light. I see it in each and every one of you, and I bless you and thank you for being present with me here today. I am so grateful for this community. I am so grateful for all I have gone through, because it has brought me to a place where I feel ready to step into the remembering of who I am. I feel ready to be awakened on that next greater level of light and love. Mm. And that word namaste, namaste means I acknowledge that light in me. I acknowledge that light in you. And so I say fully and completely, namaste to you. And when you are ready, wiggle the fingers and the toes and come on back to me a little bit. If you have water, please take a sip of water. Mm. And allow that to flow in you and through you. I have to laugh because I'm thinking I made some beets, because beets in the Food Healing Oracle deck, if you don't know, is grounding. And I'm going to go eat some so that after this, I'm done. I'm going to ground this energy in. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Debbie, namaste, my dear friend. Tony, thank you. Aaliyah, thank you. Lisa, thank you. Tamara, namaste, thank you. Oh, so I am going to take a deep breath, and maybe you want to do it with me and just breathe in, raise your hands up. And then maybe just bring them down over your crown, touch your head, your face, and just ground that energy in, that touch points wherever you feel guided to touch. And maybe even just hug yourself, because, I love that. Thank you, Krista. I love you so much. And I have some really great announcements to make, and I want to share them from Lainey. So, certifications. I am a certified food healing oracle deck reading. I would be happy to work with anyone that is on here. I see some lovely readers as well on here that I love and admire and trust in their readings as well. So level 1 is going to be announced in June. They're now for a June or July date. Level 2, the next class that is opening will be June 2nd and 3rd, and another one on July 21st and 22nd. I'm going to have mine in April, level 2. I am super excited about it. The next deck is intense and bold, and I am ready to go bold and step up. So the registration is now online. You can go to the foodhealingoracledeck.com, or you can go to deniseflood.com right there in, you can see it on my my little label there, I hope. And click on that. And there, another upcoming class is April 1st. Amazing class. This is the last class. Was amazing. This will be amazing. The deadline for registering is April 1st for the crystals class, featuring the cards from the second helpings deck, and the class is on 4/29. And the reason the registration closes so early is because you get individualized crystals chosen specifically for you, and they will be mailed to you. So hop on there and register for that class. It's going to be amazing. The Conquering Your Cravings class. I took this last time. So good. It is May 6th. That's a Saturday, May 6th. You're going to heal from over 40 subconscious programmings and limiting beliefs with advanced theta healers Savante and Cheryl Friedman. So I went to the last one. It was beyond amazing. It really helps you clear things and step into a new vision of what's possible. There is now an oils class on the books with me. I hope y'all come again. I love your love and support so much. And it is going to be another amazing class. I'm going to pull that up right now because it is going to be June 17th. And it's going to be different this time. It's going to be an online intuitive cooking class, and it's called In the Kitchen with Layered Wellness, using our Young Living oils and the Food Healing Oracle deck. And it will be with both Savante and myself. And that's going to be so much fun, and it is going to be life changing. I have so enjoyed merging the oils and the cooking, and it is incredible because you're getting the smell of the food, you're getting the smell of the oils, and you're going to get the camaraderie of cooking in the kitchen with two of your favorite people. Can I say anything greater than that? I don't know. But anyway, it has been indeed an honor and a pleasure, and I hope I saw everybody and responded to everybody with your love and your support. I hope what I said was of service and value. I think of all of you. I have a cup that I normally do on my 5 minutes to mindfulness. I do a quick thing on Monday mornings on my Facebook page, Denise Flood, 5 minutes to mindfulness. And I have a tapping world healing cup, which is a little cup that has the globe on it. And I imagine everyone as light on that globe around the world. And then I infuse that with light and love and drink it. In fact, let's just do that now. If you do have water, hold it up, put your hands around it, and just breathe onto that cup your awakened remembrance of who you are. I am awakened and I remember who I am, and I share that with the world. I infuse this water with my intentions and those frequencies, and I cheers to all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tamara, thank you for sharing that. Hugging yourself is so good for your vagus nerve. It's very true. And I actually apply oils to that because that is an incredible area of the body. But we'll save that for another time. Y'all are wonderful. So, yes, let's all be wonderful to our vagus nerve. And I will namaste you out. Bless you all. And I'm going to end the broadcast.